Oh, fuck, I think I got the wrong runes of masteries. Shit, this is not gonna be good. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. My name's GBay99, and today I want to talk to you guys about the new, kind of new meta TP Smite top lane that you might have seen in the LCS or the LCK or in various pro leagues. Some pros have been playing this, and you might have seen it in a solo queue game or two. Today we're gonna be talking about this, talking about why it's good, why it's actually not so good for a lot of people in solo queue, and you know when you should take this if this is the sort of strategy that you're into. Kinky sons of bitches. Looks like Natsumi's gonna ditch us here. Before we begin though, I want to go ahead and give a quick little note responding to some of the questions that you guys have been asking me with all of the YouTuber drama that's been going on yesterday. A lot of you don't really know what's been going on, and if you don't know, then that's fine. I'm sure that not everyone understands or really cares that much about everything that's been going on. Basically, there is a bunch of vote manipulation on Reddit. That's the only thing that's like really confirmed. Everything else has sort of just been accusations. But either way, I just want to sort of answer your questions. No, I am not involved in it in any way. I am a very solo YouTuber. I don't really, like here I'm playing the game with Lily, which is really awesome. Not Lily. There's Lily. I'm playing a game with Lily and Natsumi, which is really awesome. I love hanging out with a few of these YouTubers, but I don't really collab or manipulate votes on Reddit or anything with any of them. I'm not involved in any of this in any way, so you guys don't have to worry your pretty little heads that I'm clean, don't worry. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this top lane Shyvana. So, what I'm doing here, this is the whole TP Smite meta that's been going on recently, and basically what I did was at level 1, I started off by taking Gromp, I backed to base and then teleported to lane, and I don't really fall behind in CS at all to this Teemo. I don't miss much CS or XP because of the Smite. I think I missed 2 minions on this wave, or because of the teleport rather. This lets me take the early Gromp buff and get an early jungle buff, which is pretty nice. It also lets me back and buy a bunch of health potions, so I still have as much sustain as I normally would have, and then it lets me get back to lane and start the game at the normal point that I would start it. TP Smite top lane is actually not anything that's that special or good in solo queue or even just like normal games or anything like that. The reason that you're seeing it a lot is because of the new item, the Cinderhulk item. The Cinderhulk item, which is right here, is a very good item because it gives 25% bonus health, which is pretty huge on tanks top lane, anyone that can stack health efficiently. The prime example of that is Shyvana, which is why you will probably see, if you ever see TP Smite top lane, it will most likely be on a Shyvana, because Shyvana is the type of character that can stack health very efficiently due to her passive, due to the fact that she gets a bunch of armor and magic resistance. And she's also a champion that has an innate escape with her ultimate. As soon as she hits level 6, she basically has a flash, so she doesn't necessarily need to take flash top lane. Taking this TP Smite combo is something that you might see occasionally in solo queue on a few champions, Shyvana being the main one, but it's something that you're going to see a lot more often in pro play more than anywhere else. The reason it's super popular in pro play specifically is because of the fact that pro top laners have to put up with a lot more than the average solo queue top laner ever will. But it is something that you can still try out in solo queue if you're interested. Basically, what's going to happen in this game specifically, let's use this game as an example. I'm going to go ahead and farm up, get some items all together, and because of the Cinderhulk, I'm going to be turning into a very, very tanky Shyvana in the mid to late game. I'm going to be able to push this wave out constantly, and then roam into the enemy jungle and use my Smite to steal some camps and counter jungle the way that we saw people like Darien do however long ago that was, back when they were Moscow 5, and they really sort of brought Shyvana into the top lane. That sort of strategy can come about again with Shyvana because of this new TP Smite meta. It's the sort of strategy that you don't really see all that often because it's actually not all that good for like carrying a solo queue game the way that you can carry a solo queue game if you just take Zed mid and then get a bunch of kills. But it is another creative strategy that you can run top. Right here in this game specifically, you can see this Gragas that we're playing against is doing very well as the enemy jungler, but he's actually really far behind in CS to our Sejuani, Ugu Bear, which I think is in part because of the fact that I'm able to go in and steal so many of his camps so easily. One of the issues I have as a top laner often is feeling like I never get to have an effect on the rest of the map as much as I need to carry a game the way that a mid laner can, just dominating their lane and then roaming to top and bottom, or the way a jungler can, taking early objectives and ganking lanes that fall behind. It's something that's very frustrating as a top laner, but it's something that this new TP Smite meta is actually actually sort of helping out with. I mean, look at this tanky beast that I have turned into. It's amazing, and it's really, really easy to do well in the late game especially. Just doing well in solo queue, I think, is definitely super possible at the very least with a build like this and with this champion, this strategy. It's something that I don't want to like endorse as something that's good or bad for the meta, but it's something that I think definitely works, and I would suggest you guys try it if you're interested. Not even close, baby! Oh shit! See, they just can't kill me. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all tomorrow, but until then, good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.